Hi everyone. This is just going to be an introductory video for those of you who are curious about who I am and how I found tarot. So I do have a video of that on my channel already. I started my channel in the beginning of 2020, but I went through my awakening in the summer of 2019. I was going through a lot then. I had a lot of deaths in my life. I was being haunted by ghosts. I used to have more of like an analytical mind. I believed that science could explain everything. So when I was seeing repeating numbers and feeling spirits, I thought I was going schizo. I thought I was losing my mind. I didn't understand what was happening to me. I kept seeing numbers over and over again, repeating numbers, and then I started Googling it to figure out what was going on. Because like I said, this was back in 2019. I think it was like before awakening and everything was like really mainstream. So what caused it was I was very heartbroken, and I was praying for death. I was meditating, actually. I started meditating, and I was thinking to myself, like, what's the point of this, This was when I was like just experimenting, trying to find something that would help. But I lost all hope. I was like the lowest I'd ever been. My heart was completely broken and it hurt so bad that I just wished for it to stop. And when I did that, I felt this love come into my heart, and there are no human words to describe it. I wonder if like my wish was coming true, because my grandmother had passed away probably a year or two before this, and I felt her energy more than like saw her, and I felt her saying no, like she was trying to stop me. And I remember like there were all these colors just like, and somehow I knew that there was more than what we have, in reality. Somehow I knew that. But anyway, so that caused my awakening. Like I said, I had never felt love like that ever before or since. So I'm not afraid of death anymore now, because of that. But anyways, you guys, when I was awakening, nobody could help me. This was in 2019, like I said. So I was like online, going to like all these readings and everything. Every single reading I was clicking on resonated for me. So that's what piqued my interest into tarot. Hi, Julie. Hi, Moto Bros. How's it going, guys? So this is an updated video on who I am and how I found tarot. So I was just talking about how I awakened in 2019. It was before it got really big and mainstream. But that was when like a lot of tarot channels were starting to pop up in 2019. And like I said, I was clicking on readings, and every single reading I clicked on resonated. Like other Leos were getting pissed off because they were pretty bad readings, you guys. I was going through like hell, and that's what like caused my awakening. But anyway, so every reading resonated, And I bought myself a tarot deck, and I started teaching myself tarot, mostly by watching other tarot readers and also looking up the meanings. And also, like, I started drawing one card a day, to try to see what I intuitively felt. And then from there, I started doing, I started going bigger. I started doing 3 cards. And then I started trying different spreads. The one that I use the most is the Celtic Cross, which is typical, I guess, for most tarot readers, not all. But so that's how I found tarot. I'm gonna be 40 in August. So I'm also, by the way, you guys, for my chart, I'm a Leo sun, rising. It's my 2nd house and my Mercury. My moon is in Aquarius. It's also my 7th and 8th houses. I have Mars in Capricorn, Venus in Libra. Let's see what else. Saturn and Uranus and Sagittarius, and I forget where Neptune is. My Pluto is in Scorpio. What else? What am I missing? What planet am I missing? I feel like I'm missing one. Anyway, I have a lot of Leo in my chart. But yeah, you guys, I went through a lot during my awakening, and I taught myself tarot. I started my channel in 2020, the beginning of 2020, like right before COVID hit. And then, like, I uploaded consistently. This was before I could even go live. And I was uploading monthly readings, weekly readings, full moons, new moons, big astrological events. I was covering a lot of stuff, you guys, and I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I had the energy for it. But anyways, like, I dealt with some health issues. I'll get to that here in a minute. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't upload for a couple years. So I moved. I went through a divorce, you guys. I'm from Alaska. I went through a divorce. I moved to Wisconsin. But I also went to high school here. I moved around a lot growing up. I'm not going to get into all that. It would take too long. But I moved to Wisconsin. I've uploaded some readings since I've been here, but I pretty much stopped doing tarot readings. And then recently, I've been feeling like called to do it again, really strongly, you guys. So I'm not new to tarot. I've been doing it for years. I mean, I've done readings for friends and everything since, so I have a lot of experience. What else am I missing? Oh yeah, I got sick. I got diagnosed with Lyme disease in October, but I think I had it longer. I go camping a lot, I go fishing, I'm outdoors a lot, hiking, all that stuff. But it was scary, you guys. Like, I was losing function of my hand, or like my brain. It wasn't connected to my hand. It was weird. Like, especially if I lifted my arm above my chest, I could tell, like, I could no longer control my fingers or my grip. So, like, I called my doctor, or she called me while I was in Alaska visiting, and I started crying about it. I was freaking out because, like, I'm like, what is happening to me, We couldn't figure it out for a while. And I had found a tick in my scalp in November of, 2024. 2024. So I think I had Lyme for a while. So that was like, I had hardly any energy and I was working full time. So that was another reason why I didn't upload or post any readings. Plus, I kind of like moved away from my spirituality a little bit, you guys. Like, I don't know what else to say, but like, I feel like I've been called to come back, you know. Everyone's going through a lot right now, you guys, and a lot of people are still awakening. There's still a lot of people out there who have no idea what it is or like what's happening to them when they're awakening. I was one of those people that was like, you know, you're not alone. Like, I posted that video February of 2020 when I did my first introductory video. But yeah, anyways, that's who I am, you guys. Hopefully you guys resonate with the readings. By the way, my readings are general. I don't know like how to describe my style of reading. It could be any situation, you guys. I read energies and they can manifest in so many different ways. That's one thing I've noticed. I've gone to love readings and I've seen my health situation in them before, you know, but I also know what the cards mean. So I'm like, okay, I know what this is saying, and you know, I would get what I got out of it. You guys can teach yourselves how to read tarot as well, you know, and see different situations in tarot, different tarot readings. I really truly believe that it's the energies that I'm reading and not like, oh, this is what's going to happen. You know, I'm not predicting that stuff. Like, but there are energies like, you know, for the upcoming future and potential outcomes and stuff like that. And usually I'll get advice from the universe too, usually with my oracle cards, but sometimes I'll do it with the tarot cards as well. Also, I don't think I plan on doing personal readings. I do plan on starting to make a more consistent schedule. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet with work and everything. But anyways, you guys, I got treated for the Lyme. I have more energy now. I'm still dealing with after effects of it though. I'm dealing with like chronic hives. And I'm on like some of the strongest antihistamines there are out there. My doctor thinks that having the Lyme disease so long is what caused like a switch in my immune system or something. I don't know. I was also dealing with like, you know, joint pain, swelling, you know, when I had the Lyme. So that was like another reason I couldn't do the readings. You know, flipping through the cards, there was no way I would have been able to do that, you guys. Like I said, neurologically, like it was affecting a lot of different things, you guys. But anyway, that's who I am. Like I said, I'm from Alaska. I'm Alaskan Native, half Alaskan Native. My mom is Yupik, and my dad's from Oklahoma. He is Eastern European and Irish. That's where I get my green eyes from. But anyway, you guys, like, I don't know what else to say. What else do you guys want to know about me? You know, I'm trilingual. Well, now I can't speak my language as good as I used to because I moved away when I was about 12 or 13. But I can understand it still. Whenever my older relatives talk to me in our language, I can still understand them. My grandma didn't speak English, but she died when I was in my 20s. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, I speak sign language too. My cousin was deaf, so I had to learn that growing up so we could talk to him. But yeah, that's who I am. I've been reading tarot since late 2019, early 2020. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to start uploading more consistently, or just going live. I think going live is a lot easier. I do want to try to figure out how to make it so that it's the full screen. I might have to use my forward facing camera. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure all that out, because I wasn't able to go live when I started my channel. I had to upload everything, and like back then it took forever, you guys. It would take hours for my uploads, but I did it. Like, I made sure I did it. I'm gonna try to be on time for like the monthly readings and stuff like that, but like I said, I don't know how that's gonna work with work and everything. Right now I'm just working part-time somewhere, but it's kind of temporary. I do plan on trying to find a different job somewhere. But anyways, you guys, if there isn't anything else you'd like to know about me, that is who I am. That's how I found tarot. I guess I can do a general full moon reading for everyone. I wasn't sure if I would or not, but I guess I will. There's going to be a full moon in Leo on February 1st. It depends on where you are in the world. But anyways, you guys, let's do... I'm going to do like just the 3 card spread for everybody. This is general for everyone for the full moon. I wasn't planning on doing a reading, but I guess I will. I'm using my Light Seers Tarot, and I forgot what these positions are, so I'm going to look at the spread here. I haven't done this in a while, but... Yes. So if you guys are awakened, you know, already, and you know people that, you know, like don't believe in that, and you see them going through it, you know, kind of try to like let them know they're not alone, you know, because I literally thought I was losing my mind. I thought I was going schizo. I mean, it finally, like, I think after about a year, I stopped being haunted by ghosts, and it like used to scare me at first, but now it doesn't really scare me anymore. Normally I'll, like, if something happens that's spiritual or something, then I'll pay attention to what's going on in that moment, or what I'm doing readings about. I have had crazy stuff happen during readings, you guys. When I first moved here a couple years ago, in 2021, I did a reading and I was on Scorpio, and the window like just freaking opened back here on its own. It was crazy, you guys. And my grandma is a Scorpio, the one that that interrupted or stopped me when I was going through my awakening. But anyways, you guys, let's do this light worker illumination spread. All right. This is general for everybody, full moon. It's kind of like, you know, seeing what you need to work on and whatnot. And this is for all signs, you guys. Let's see what this full moon is, or what the universe is asking us to work on during this full moon. What does the universe have for us? Also, I was raised Christian Orthodox as well, you guys. And then as I grew older, I started believing more in science, and like I said, I believed science had all the answers. I wanted to be a physicist, but things that happened in my life like led me in like a different direction. All right, anyways, you guys, let's get this reading out. What does the universe have for us? Let's cut this and get these cards out. Alright. So the first card is the Page of Pentacles for grounding. And also where we are at right now. We are all, oh my gosh, this is so synchronistic with the astrology, you guys. We're dealing with like a time where everything is changing. I don't want to get into that too much. You guys should watch astrology if you don't, so you guys can know what's going on in your charts and stuff. But anyways, the Page of Pentacles, you guys, we're moving in a new direction. Like maybe a financial system, I don't know, but like there's a lot of change happening right now. We're moving in a new direction, you guys. Everyone is here. Also, I feel like Spirit is asking us to, I feel like meditate on whatever goals you have or whatever you guys want to start here. All right. So for the Shadow Seer card, we have the Strength card. So the shadows that need to be cleared, I feel like this is trying to, I feel like trying to do everything on our own maybe, or maybe trying to force things. I feel like, look at this, she's meditating here, like this one is. So I feel like we're just kind of resisting that. It's like the universe is telling us to kind of wait for something to turn. But some of us might be, trying to force things here. All right, let's get the last card, the Illumination card. We have the Chariot card here. So this is the energy needed for the best possible outcome. So like I said, you guys, the universe is asking us to trust. In the Chariot, this person is being carried, you guys, being carried forward. Just have faith and trust in the universe. And don't try to force anything. Or don't worry too much about things. I feel like that's what the universe is saying here. There are going to be a lot of physical changes in our governments and finances, all that stuff, you guys. Like I said, you guys should watch astrology, especially for your own signs, for your rising. That would probably be the most accurate because the houses will match up for you guys. But you guys can watch for your sun and your moon too as well. But anyways, that's what I have for everybody for the full moon. You guys take care. That's who I am. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Alright, bye guys.